Mark and Will, yeah, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show.
What's going on, peeps? My goodness, I done messed up the background a little bit on that, but we gonna rock and roll anyway. The greetings is among us, and you have not watched what the legendary Brian Raspberry just put out. Shame on you. Shame on you, because he bought it like we knew he would. Yours truly, Will, is in the building.
Legend.
I'm about to bring it. What's up, the Don? How you doing?
What's going on, my brothers? How we doing today?
T-Rock is in the building. What's going on?
Everything's great, man. Everything's great, man. Can't ask for. I'm alive, so can't ask for much more better than that.
I know that's right. That's all it's about, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing what we got to do. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We got some stuff to talk about. We have, plenty of stuff to talk about. But make sure you follow us. Know where to follow us at. If you don't, then shame on you. Because you should know. Shame. You know what? This background is driving me crazy. We were all because I was trying to do some stuff.
You got your name covered up, too. You had your name covered up.
Yeah, but, I'm not even worried about that. Because if you don't know,
Go.
If you don't know me, yes, you should know me by now, baby.
Now, if you don't know me by now,
you should never. You should know Will is in the building. But look, you crazy. But anyway, where to find us at, man? At Mark and Will Show. Everything we talking about: Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. You don't stop. Instagram, YouTube. Players Club is banging. We got a poll. You know what I'm saying? That's going on. You need to vote. Travis, did you vote yet? Have you voted yet, Trav?
Not yet. But you know what I'm saying? I left 2 jobs to come here to hang out with y'all. I'll be doing it right after.
There you go. See what
I know that poll's banging. That poll is banging quick.
And that's how it should be. So we appreciate the love on that. But not even for us. It's for the kiddos, man. And I said it before. If your cousin, your nephew, your daughter, your son, man, vote for somebody anyway. Show that love. Thank you for doing that. Please do that. Also, the Players Club group is at about 10-5. And probably by the end of the week, probably a bit gonna get that 11 G's. The Facebook page, 12.5. Thank you guys for the support. Continue to support. And I'm gonna tell you what, Don D, and I ain't get to say this because it wasn't the time, because we had a legacy show. We had a giveaway courtesy of Don D yesterday. And, my siblings and my friend, we've been talking about it, doing the giveaways and stuff. So I have something that's in the store for you guys. And I'm going to have 2 different things. We're going to have where we have giveaways if you're watching the show. And comment. You don't comment, you don't get it. Then we're gonna have one for the followers on the page. So we can do this thing the right way, giveaways, and all that kind of stuff. But Don D gave one, and Don D you know what? We'll wait till we get to the game about that. But kudos to him, and a follower got a chance to go to a game and things like that. So we really appreciate that big time. So make sure you go ahead and follow and do all that kind of stuff. We really appreciate you with that for following us. But you know what? Let's go to Black History. Right, it ain't that many days left, so we need to go on Black History.
Right.
Let's go. Don D,
Mm.
let's go.
The greatest there ever was, there ever will be. I mean, we have Muhammad Ali. Actually, was born last month, the 16th in 1942, who passed in June of 2016. Who a lot of said was the greatest ever athlete, three-time heavyweight champion, winning the title 1964, 1975, 1974, 1978. By one title in 1964, he beat Sonny Liston. They were saying that was, they said that was one of the greatest matches ever. Then he went on for the fight of the century. He fought Joe Frazier in 1971. 1971. Joe Frazier. How I remember, how they said that fight was. And then it got to the Rumble in the Jungle in 1974. That was a great year. A great man was born too. But George Foreman, he took out that year for the
Excuse
title.
me. What was that? What you say?
1974. A great man was born too. I'm just saying, it was myself.
Myself, I was in 74 too, and we all three were 74.
Oh, we look. Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
I did think better.
Which one you talking about?
Everybody, sir.
So actually, Mr. 50's going to happen this year. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Come to join
So,
the
yeah.
club, my brothers.
But
Yes,
the man was born in the great city of Louisville, Kentucky, and he loved him some Louisville, Kentucky. First, he was born with the name of Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. He changed his name. excuse me. His name changed in on February the 25th in 1964 is when he went by the name of Muhammad Ali. So that man was, he was one of the greatest. Stood at 6'3". And let me say one of his quotes before I let you go. I've done wrestle with an alligator. I've tussled with the whale. Handicapped lightning, thrown thunder in jail. Only last week I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospital a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick. The man was great.
All I know is float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Hey, Ali, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I don't think it's enough Ali stuff in Louisville.
Right.
Like, we need delis, Mama Ali Deli, Mama Ali's store. Dude, this is the greatest athlete of all times. World renowned. That's not enough. Oh, well, he was a draft dodger. He was a...
Yeah.
You know what I got for you? My first one right here, and I'm going to give it to you guys who think that. Stop it. Because y'all relatives could have done that too. I got plenty of relatives at the fault. You know what I'm saying? Plenty. Army, Marine, all that stuff, But for you to go ahead and judge him and do things like that, it's kind of bad. But the city, it's other cities that have more Muhammad Ali stuff than his own hometown.
I mean, the man was an Olympic gold medal winner, too.
Does that sound kind of wrong?
Yes. It's weird. It's weird.
I mean,
It's weird. He got a museum, a street, and yeah.
Yeah, that's he said it right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the airport.
at that point.
Oh yeah, the airport.
Recently, after he died.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much.
Posthumously.
Man, he shot a school. He shot everything.
Agreed.
Everything. I digress. But anyway,
Do we got a statue? Do we got a statue of him?
No. Probably in the museum.
in the museum, probably.
Yeah, that's what I had to think about that. Seems like it should be like Rocky Balboa in Philadelphia. It should be one.
Hell, they had his bike at Spalding and somebody stole that shit. Like, if you didn't think that was an inside job, come on now. Yeah, come on now. That's so easy. All the cameras not working? Come on. come on, come on, come on. Let's be
You know
real.
what?
But Muhammad Ali, the legend. I mean, dude's a world renowned. He's that guy. He's been that guy. Everybody's family members, from uncles, mamas, daddies, everybody know Muhammad Ali. And love you, man. Thank God, because you really put it on the map, man. And no matter what, dude was that guy, and he was an ambassador for Louisville. No matter what, how they treated him.
Most
You
definitely.
know, my guy threw his medal off the British. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you what, you that guy, man. You was that guy, and you still that guy. Hell, you should just rename Central.
There you go.
I mean, damn. I'm sorry for all the Centralites.
I know a few.
I know a few too. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm over. All right, so let's do. I'm gonna let y'all pick. Now, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Y'all want to do an event that we couldn't go to? Or do y'all want to do wrestling?
I think let's hit the event because
Okay.
let's hit them. Hit them hard. Hit them early.
All right. So, Mel Manuel. One thing we try to do, and we're going to try to go to the game tomorrow. Actually, we're going to go to the game tomorrow. Some of us, if they can, we go to the game. There's several games we do. We try to go ahead and watch these kids play. You know what I'm saying? These student athletes play, girls and boys, and show support and just check everything out. And kind of disappointed in this one because earlier that week, last week, we went to Holy Cross. We got to see Holy Cross and Western play, which is phenomenal game. Just the love, the hospitality, and stuff like that. We always josh around and yeah, you heard me josh around. We always josh around and give us your merch, and we wear it, and it's true. We don't want that merch. Holy Cross, you owe us some merch. So we had Mel Manual Friday, we sometimes we double dip, and we was gonna double dip in this one, and we got some passes, we got all kinds of stuff like that to go ahead, and so we can go ahead and talk about the sports. Like what we do is free promo, Talk about the schools, we talk about the arena, the hospitality, the uniforms, the players. We break down the game, all that kind of stuff. Well, man, you'll send out something around 2, 3 o'clock or whatever. The mayor went ahead and hit me up and was like, hey, they talking about it's sold out. Only people can get in there is some administrator, no passes, all this kind of stuff. So, when I'm reading that, it's got a snow supposed to come. So, I ain't going to lie. I'm like, I ain't trying to mess with no snow either. But we had a couple of guys that went up there to try to get in, that kind of stuff like that. And they was denied. They denied the pass that we have that the AD of ADs gave us. Couldn't get in. So my response was to that particular person's, it's like, did you use your media pass? And I mean, he might have had it, he might not. I don't know, because you media get in there, and he claimed he did. So I know he probably had his hat on and different stuff like that. So that's cool. Still couldn't get in, and so it's really it's a sad thing, because what we do is try to get promotion and this promotion to these kids and everything. But I think what really struck a chord with me, because on Friday I was still okay, because I'm like, it's maybe snowing, don't worry about it. But when Saturday hit, and I see other people who I know don't have media credentials, I know they didn't get no ticket, but they in there filming the game highlights. Very disappointed, Manuel. Very disappointed. Because when the Mark and Will show, you need to let us in that door. Because we give you more promotion than any of these people. Very disappointed. And this is not a bash on Manual because we done had Manual people on the show. We done had last year. We had, I think it was 3 or 4 people for Manual. Actually, more than that. We had a total of 5 athletes of the school, and you could not recognize who's feeding you guys, who's promoting you guys. Very disappointing. And like I said, yeah, I got the mail on my chest, but we still go ahead and try to give everybody the same love. But y'all didn't give us love like these other people. So I don't know if you know me, but it kind of gets in my crawl, and I have to think about some things. I really been thinking about some things. So we're gonna go ahead and still we're gonna go to the game tomorrow. We got some high school games. We're gonna do what we gotta do. But I mean, you're only shortchanging your school. You know, you letting people got 2,000 followers.
Speaks for itself.
We got close to 13,000 followers on a page, and another close to 11,000 on another. So it's like that's cool. I mean, it's disappointing. I'm just kind of disappointed in that. I really wish I would have stepped in the building. I don't know if it would have went differently, not because of me, but I think I would have kind of said some things to maybe trigger. But hey, it is what it is. So we won't talk about this game. So this game didn't exist. This game, I don't care who won. I don't care who got blown out. You would never know from the Mark and Will show, from the Don, for the T Rock, and for the Will I Am. And I'm gonna have to think if we're gonna talk about this school again until we get treated like we should be treated. Yeah. Point blank. All right, I'm done with that nonsense shit. Let's go. Travis, I'm sorry. Let me get you together real quick. Get you her green naked on the screen. I'm sorry. There you go, my brother. So we got wrestling. We got wrestling and stuff like that. And you know, I just want to say we're not here to try to blast people and do stuff like that. But we are gonna put people on notice. We need the same respect that some of these other people are getting, and really probably don't deserve it. Point blank. Let's get to wrestling. So, do you want the questions first, or do y'all want to go ahead and rock and roll? Let's do the questions first. You know, we're really trying to go ahead, and we're gonna have probably gonna have a wrestling show that's gonna come up pretty soon. We're actually doing some things to get you guys ready for it, so we get this stuff, and we're gonna get a day, and we're gonna rock and roll with it. That's how we do. So let's go ahead and do the first one. Bam. Ooh. What's your thoughts on how WWE is handling Jade Cargill? The Don, what's your thoughts?
Right now, I mean, you got so many things going on. There's so many women wrestlers, and they brought her in. So, I mean, she's been there for a while. I can't think of how long, but it's been a minute. So, they not use. Okay, let's say this. I understand them bringing her in, putting her down there in the performance center, getting her tuned up, because this is like, let's get you real. This is the real deal compared to her in AEW, where she was just like, okay, go out there, do this, kick him in the face, slam him down, pin him, it's over. She went on a streak of who knows how long, but now they like, okay, you on main prime TV, let's show them what you can do. But now they not using it. They had her in the Rumble, and she showed herself. I mean, crowd loved her. I mean, you got so much as in looking forward to what can become of her, Bianca Blair. It's like dream matches and stuff she's already set places she want to do. But now, leave her out. My opinion is in leaving her out of the Elimination Chamber, where she should have been in. I don't know, WWE. What are we doing with her? What's her next move? Mm.
Okay. I'm of the ilk of trusting the process. You don't pay somebody as much money they pay her. not to be on TV, but she's not on TV for a reason. At least not yet.
Right.
Right? They teased her NXT, Raw, SmackDown.
Mhm.
Right? So you don't even know where she's going to end up at this point. But I trust the process. You know what I'm saying? WWE today feels different than it has in years.
Why is
So
that
I
though?
feel like
Why is
uh,
Know
that?
why?
Why is that?
because, well, first of all, Vince is not in charge anymore.
That's right. Exactly.
That's the main reason, because he was also in charge of creative. Creative got
Mhm.
bland, it got dull. There was no stories. He forgot all about the tag team division. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of things going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now with this new age and him not being there and them being owned by Endeavor and all this stuff, it just feels different now. It feels like events feel like events now instead of just, you know what I'm saying, just pay-per-views or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now they call them premium live events. That's what they call them now.
Mhm.
But anyway, I like I said, I trust the process with her because again, she basically came from a place where I'll equate her to Goldberg, but better, right? Goldberg went on his streak, she went on her streak because that's what. But Goldberg
That's
didn't
what
have any
occurred.
true wrestling training, right? The minute he had to do a 10-minute match, he was lost, right?
Right.
He's used to going in there, spearing you, jackhammer, match is over. I just want another match. Kind of
Right.
exactly what she did.
Mhm. It was like it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So now you have to have a move set. Now you have to do a lot more than that. You know what I mean? So I'm trusting the process. You know what I mean? Now, do I think she'll show up at WrestleMania? I think she'll show up, maybe not in a wrestling
Travis,
capacity.
Travis,
but I
let me ask you, is she doing that because she ain't got the moves, or what? Let me ask you this: like, is she raw or what?
I mean, she's raw in a sense to where AEW has no true training facility, right? Where WWE has a training facility and they do things a certain way in the WWE. You have to learn the WWE way. That's why most of your wrestlers start in NXT, whether, you know what I'm saying, you're brand new to the business or you've been in the business 10 years. You start there to learn the WWE ways before you even
Okay.
hit the main roster. There's very few that's actually skip that.
Okay.
Do
Yeah,
that.
'cause her
So
move
does she have
set.
moves? She can get moves for sure.
Yeah,
But right
her
now,
moveset
with
was
her physique
limited.
and all that stuff, it's all about strength, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna be the strong person, you know, saying in every match, but she's got to have move sets to this, and I think they're just working on her with that because
Okay.
every time you see a picture of her, she's in a ring, you know, what I'm saying, the performance center practicing. So again, I'm gonna trust the process and I know what they're doing because right now, if you really think about it, in the space that we're in, there's nothing for her to do.
Like it.
Yeah.
Like it.
Be-
That's good. Real quick. What's up, Coach? How you doing? Coach is in the house. Coach P.
What up, Pete?
What's going on? Donnie, was you gonna add something to it? Are you good?
No. I mean, he pretty much covered, like you said. I would just say like her move set, and he said exactly because it's pretty much like her move set is pretty much limited what it is, and like Trav said, it's the process of trust and performance center.
Okay.
And I feel them, but I'm just like, hey, it's like the tease. Travis been saying
And her
it's the
husband's a lucky
tease.
man.
Oh Lord.
University of Tennessee, right there.
Well,
University-
Who
Yeah,
should be the one to defeat Gunther for the title?
Go ahead,
T-Rock.
Trav.
Well,
Go ahead, T-Rock.
I'm a big fan of LA Knight beating Gunther for the title.
Gunther.
You know what I'm saying? They need to put some gold on him. You know what I'm saying? Right now he's in a feud with Jay Uso, but that's gonna fall because I'm sure they're gonna put Jay and Jimmy brothers together in a match at WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
So that's gonna fall through. LA Knight has got so much, you know what I'm saying? He's got so much going on right now. Like he can walk out there. It's like he's a throwback wrestler. Right? He goes out there, he's got the crowd in his hand. He go out there, he's great on the mic, he says his thing, he got people hollering, yeah, because that's his little tagline. He does all this stuff, right? And he's good in the ring, right? So why not put it on him? Right? He's got a following like you wouldn't believe. Now, granted, he's on a different show. He's on SmackDown, Gunther's on Raw. But they did the same thing with Jey Uso, who was on SmackDown and now is, you know, trying to wrestling Gunther for the belt. So my opinion, I'm going with L.A. Knight. Yeah.
I love it.
Man, let's go.
I
Don,
love it.
what you got, the Don?
I don't. I mean, I feel you with the LA Knight. I really do. I like that decision. I like it, but I'm thinking he's gonna hold it past WrestleMania, and after the Jay and Jimmy is over, I'm feeling Jay is gonna some happen way. And the funny thing is, they wrestle tonight. Him and Jay wrestle tonight, and I'm thinking they want to put some gold on Jay. They want to
Mm.
make him the first one of the two, him and Jimmy, to wear a title. And I'm feeling that Jay just might be the man because he has the and another man that has the crowd in his hand. Jay has the crowd yeeting all through the building. He has that. I mean, right? He goes. That crowd is feeling him all. And he rocks it. And Jay, he got that personality now. And oh no, I feel Jay could be the man to do it eventually because Gunther got to go for the world title. It got to be this point where he should be up there in main event matches going for the world title because he's that guy. He is that
Right.
guy.
He is that guy.
hmm And when his guys, I mean, he's gonna. I don't know how he gets his. It's like his leechman, like his lynchman. I'm gonna say not leech, but
I,
he
I,
gets
I
those
thought
guys
you
to
were doing a
cover.
leech report or something.
That's what I'm saying. But hey, you kind of like watch him in the ring too, though. I mean, he's like
You know,
he gets what it takes.
the great thing is that we're trying to give you guys, you know what I'm saying, into the, this is our era, the wrestling and all that kind of stuff. So we want to make sure you guys get updated on this kind of stuff. That's why we have this segment. This segment will eventually turn to a show. We want to go ahead and rock and roll with that. So look, anytime we bring these questions, there'll be more questions. There'll be more events that we talk about. Please comment and all this kind of stuff because these two guys right here, they rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? You can call me the mediator if you want to do. I'm just sitting there make sure everybody's okay. Nobody gonna throw no bowls, suplexes, or anything like that. So we're gonna make sure everything runs smoothly. But
Yeah.
put in the comments what you guys like and all that kind of stuff. Answer the questions and we really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and go to something real quick. Kentucky women's basketball. They won. They beat Florida 81-77, and they was led by, let's get this, I hope it's Patty. Please, Patty. Let's get this. And it wasn't
Let it be.
Patty. Patty was 10 points and 11 rebounds. Jenkins 10. Sure 14. Dang, on the bench we got Russell. Who is Russell? Who the hell is Russell? Russell had 24 points,
Stupid.
7 for 10 free throws, 8 for 15 field goals, 1 for 1. Wait a minute, is this a transfer in the middle of the season? I mean, I'm sorry, guys.
She averaged a point a
No.
minute.
That was I think she won Miss Basketball. But I heard you, Russell. You did your thing. They need more than you. Kentucky improves to 10-16. Damn. And Florida falls to 13-11. We ain't gonna dive in that. We're not even gonna, I mean, it is what it is. And I know. Congratulations. That's how we doing this today. Congratulations,
Right.
lady. Yeah, did what you had to do. So it is all good with that one. That's okay. So
Mm.
Virginia Tech beats Louisville 86-70. Before this, like I said, Don D went ahead, donated some tickets to the game and all this kind of stuff. Man, how was that experience with the winner, Mr. Vander Wayfield, and all that kind of stuff before we dive into this?
Mr. Vander, he was a cool, like I said, cool guy. He showed up with the Donovan Mitchell jersey on.
Mitch.
And like I said, he was more than welcome. I mean, it's humble guy and, appreciated the tickets and everything else. I was like, okay, cool. And, then we got to talk about the women. Then, of course, the men came up. But the women's game, he lasted. And we talked for a second and took a little pic together. And hey, I just keep watching the show and pay attention to the page. You never know what might come up next. So
True. And
I
like he said,
appreciate him.
like Donnie said, so we got some more stuff that's coming up. I got some new gadgets that's gonna go ahead and rock and roll. So appreciate you guys for the support. Appreciate Dundee. So basically, if you want to be a sponsor of the show, holler at us. I got some other stuff that's I actually got a sponsor thing that I'm gonna start pumping out to you guys. But we need some sponsors for giveaways. And we're gonna do that big time. I already got 2 lined up. So we want some more. So just giving back to people and all that love. So back on this, Virginia Tech 86, Louisville 70. Okay. Dundee, I'll let you do this. You was at the game, and I'll let you do some of the important things. I just want to speak as a Louisville fan, as a Louisville women basketball fan. One of the problems that I always said, and I knew, they don't play defense. Now it don't look like the men. That's somebody who don't really play defense. They don't play Jeff Wall's defense,
Right.
and until they play that, they bouncing out quick. Period.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, they have enough talent to outscore you, but they ain't got that point guard to lead them to that. Because if you got that floor general, and I can dish out and do whatever, you're splitting against somebody who's a combo guard who's truly not a point guard records. And then you got Jalen Carrier who can really be that, but she's really a 2, an undersized 2. Can she handle the ball well enough? Yes, she can. It drives me crazy because the defense is a problem. And also, I don't want to hear about not having I'm not going to go ahead and just get a 6'5", 6'6" girl to say I got a big person. Jeff, you one of the best developers of all times. Get you a 6'6", 6'7" that can run, not a bit plundering person, not somebody who can't run them down. 6'6", 6'7" that are out there that can run. Jeff, you and your staff help develop players. Why wouldn't you just take one that you know you can develop? Because you're getting bossed. Because you can't defend the middle, and when you bring in 20,000 new players, they're not used to playing your style of play. So if I played at James Madison, I'm playing against James Madison competition. I'm not used to the ACC. That's supreme athlete. See, people think this because it's the women. No. You're gonna get the best of the best, and you getting exposed that because talent-wise, he's got talent. They don't play no defense. They're not used to playing defense. They're not used to playing that competition, and it shows. And Virginia Tech pimp smacked them 86-70 at their home. This is one of the worst losses since Connecticut and all them used to come in and spray down the place.
Most definitely.
T-Rock, Don, we're going to let you go last week because you was there and all that kind of stuff. T-Rock, what's your thoughts?
You're right. Yeah, basically, I had never seen so many. I've never seen guards get by people like that. Amora is good.
Oh, very
But
good.
is she? Yeah, but is she? She's so good that you can't keep her in front of you.
Yeah.
It's not like she got handles. She's got a quick first step and she's smart.
What you say, Travis? Hattie?
Yes, very much so. Very much so. You know what I mean? But if you can't, she ran the show. If you can't control her, the game's history.
Hold on, Travis.
She's
Travis,
doing reverse layups.
Travis, you missed it. You had your first. Done. You had your first.
My man, I look to you for that.
Okay.
No, but she's doing reverse layups. Now, Kinley's going to get hers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's too big for them.
the issue is for me is that he has, even when he had, we'll call it lesser talent.
Okay.
We obviously, lack of a better term, we'll call it lesser talent. They played hard, and even they played what I would call gimmicky defenses. You know what I'm saying, when it
Plenty.
came down to it, right? Double teaming in the post really hard. You know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. So even when they do it now and they double team, there's still gaps even in the double team,
Right.
and I don't know
Right.
where that comes from. I I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say it's almost a lack of effort to play D, but at the same time, it's just like it's almost like they know how to play a close game, but they don't know how to play from behind.
Oh, that's a wrap. Yeah, that's a wrap. Yeah.
So yeah. Until you can defend up front, your guard positions. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to.
You know
Everybody
what?
else is going to have a field day.
I think one of the most, and I know Louisville fans might not agree with me, one of the most disappointed in position is Olivia Cochran.
Yeah.
But she's playing out of position.
Out of position.
So if you got a real 6'5", 4'3", a real center that can body, if you're not 7 feet tall, you can have some body to push these other tall ones out. Excuse me. Olivia is a power forward. And then she's playing with Nyla Harris, who's a power forward, small forward. That's not winning in the big games, dude. Everybody has big players, athletic players. You sit here and chose not to recruit that whole class. I don't know what happened with that. He chose not to get not one high school player out of that class.
Not one.
And it was some great players. And do you think Louisville can't get a couple of top 25 players off their name itself and off the players they have put in the league?
Got one now.
I just don't understand that. Like, they just abandoned that whole shit, and we went backwards. So now the scary thing is you brought all these transfers in, except for Curry can come back, but you brought all them in and they gone. And I'm going with Cochran. I said her name because I'm going with the doubles, the hard doubles from the post. Is Nyla Harris and Cochran. Cochran been here 4 years. Nyla Harris second, or whatever it is. They don't know how to double down on a post. And I understand these other fours got to come in there and stuff like that. But it's this simple stuff. So either you want to do it or you don't. You do it or you don't. But then you don't got nobody else that can play post because you got Bula. It's the Bula who I think would be cool as a stretch four because she's not strong enough and she's not mean enough. Now, she can take a couple of bowls in the chops. Maybe she will. But, I just think he kind of missed on a lot of stuff on this one. And so, for Louisville to get to the Sweet 16 would be a nice year for them, to me. Don D, what you think? The Don.
Just like you were saying, though, for them to do that, it's going to depend on their matchups. The matchups, whoever they play, because they can, like you said, they can shoot, they can score, but they got to outscore the other team, and it's going to depend on the matchup because they get somebody big, they get these tall lady, they get those tall ladies in there, they're taking advantage of them. Because one name right there, Kentley, she killed them. She was using them down low like it was nothing. She took advantage of them every second she could. She was doing moves left, right, up, under, and everything else. Finished the game with 26 and 13. The girl was balling. And I was like, oh, gosh. My buddy I was with, he was like, oh, yeah, you didn't know. I was like, yeah, but man, I didn't know she was like this. It was ridiculous.
She's been here for 30 years.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I forgot all about her. That's what it's like. Oh, she's still, and it was like, she's still here. I'm like, what the heck? But she was taking advantage. And like you said, you've got Abula. Something boot. Yeah, when they put her
Ayla.
in
Just
there,
call her Ayla.
yeah, that too.
Ayla.
Because
Travis went to Turkey.
how you say
Yeah,
it? What?
I like to eat turkey too.
Yeah, so when they put her in, it was like, why are you letting her take advantage? I mean, it was like using her like a stand up dummy. I mean, no offense, but it was like she was there and
But what was it like when Olivia was out there?
she took. Okay, I'm gonna say this. They did in the second half. They eventually bring it back to 8. They got that close, and they did start making those changes. They did. It's like they got in a halftime, made some adjustments. Like, let's
Mhm.
do this, and they started doubling down on her. We seen some turnovers started happening, some terrible shots. It was like, okay, well maybe they. Eventually, they went back to the same old ways. They couldn't keep up. Oh, girl, how you say, Amore?
Amari, Amari,
More.
Yeah,
Amari, yeah.
I seen her. Hey, she crossed a couple. She said she didn't handle, but she crossed a couple of them up a couple of times. I did see that, and she took it right to the hole, or she dished it out because she finished with 10 assists herself. She finished with a double double,
She runs
23
the
and 10.
offense. She
Yeah,
she
Yeah.
she runs
and
that
she runs the
offense.
offense
She's
like
she
you're supposed to.
her and Kitley are the main cogs, which
Most
is a
definitely.
great a post and a point guard who are roommates.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
that's exactly what Louisville needs, something like that. We need that we need that big body. I don't care big. We need that tall post center to be able to
Hmm.
get it and take it right there to the hole. That makes the other team, look out for
So
her.
are
That
you
somebody else
so
are
are you
shooting.
so are you tired of seeing blown layups?
Yeah, it was. We seen that too many today because hey, oh girl, she put up some blocks also. I want to say, it seemed like she did more than what she did, but their defense did was some.
I'm a
They had some good defense on it. Our Louisville just was missing some terrible shots, just like those layups, and then they was making some miscues and shooting out of
I'm gonna
range
say
where they
this.
shouldn't be in.
I'm gonna say this because we ain't gonna stay too long on this shit.
That's true.
No, and that's not nothing against nobody. But my thing is this: you see with your own eyes, and I think that this Jeff Walls is gonna get a statue for Louisville women basketball. It depends on how big you want that statue. Do you want a plaque? Do you want a little mini statue, or do you want that big dog statue? Because if he gets players, we see what he does. If he gets marginal players, we see what he does. If he get good players, like, dude, you have a track record. I just think he kind of messed up not getting freshmen.
Yeah.
I mean, Istanbul, like Travis T. Rock says, yeah, she is one of them, but like you should have got more than her. Like you can't tell me that you couldn't get a point guard. You had a point guard that you did not. I guess you separated from. She was commit, and I forget she's from Ohio, from Cincinnati, who was a baller. Like she was like Tyler. Like you want to horn that in. Don't get Rickards. And no offense to Rickards. I'm just saying if you had like you need to build the foundation and all this kind of stuff. Like you went absolutely bananas when Haley said no.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
was getting don't get me wrong, you was getting transferred, but it was a mixture. And it's like now you got this team that's not used to you. And the crazy thing is, can't they turn it on in the play and right by the tournament? Yes, they can. But damn, that's a gamble. That's a gamble. Like, but you still not gonna. You have no center. You have no center. You play against a team with center, they're gonna smoke you every time. You can say, well, we did against Brittany Griner. That was a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
That was a whole
I think
nother team.
I think this whole year has just been a gamble. Like I said,
Yes.
once Haley said, left, he's like, all right, I'm going to get every solid basketball player that's not a freshman I can find in order to, I just think, this was definitely a gamble year. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who he's got coming in other than the one guard next year.
He got a nice. He has a recruiting class that's probably top 10, like he should have. Period.
Right.
Right. Yeah, right. So maybe I don't know. I'm sure there were good players. I'm sure he has his reasons. Maybe he's trying to skip a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let me grab all these people because the class coming out the next year is going to
It's
be
better.
better than the class coming out. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not going to defend anything.
No, because we trust him.
Right.
That's one of the coaches
Trust the process.
on the campus that you trust him. But we still gonna criticize him. Period. That's how it goes, without a doubt.
Well, let me tell you, I did one more thing though. This to his post game show after the game, and he actually apologized for the defense because he was saying when you watch that game, if you was there, you seen them play, you would think that we haven't no defense at all this week. He said, I don't know what happened to him, but their defense was not there. Especially let Virginia Tech shoot 65% on you? Come on. Girls, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better.
True. Well, okay. Thank you, Coach. We seen it, and we saw garbage. Kentucky men 70, Auburn 59. This is probably their best win in a long time. A road win. They actually play some defense. Reeves, the higher gun, took care of business. Had 22 points. Thero, whatever, had 14. Big O, we're going to say the Big U had 7 and 11. Dillingham 11, Shepherd 4. Great roll. Anytime you can go ahead and get a win against a 13-ranked team, ranked higher than you, take care of business. Great win for Kentucky. Look sharp with it. Auburn, you kind of let yourself down because Kentucky was vulnerable. And you did not capitalize. And now you done gave Kentucky hope until they face somebody else that they may lose. But anyway, anytime you can go on the road, and I'm sorry I didn't get to put because Auburn is 13th ranked. But Don, what you think about this game?
Hey, it was impressive for Kentucky to go win Auburn and do what they did to snap Auburn's win streak. And I don't think they haven't won in Auburn in what was it, 4 years or something like that. So that was impressive. And Reeves, he showed up, showed out, did what he had to do. Calipari at the end of the game, giving him compliments. And for Bruce Pearl to say what he said about his team, hey, it hurts. I mean, it hurt Auburn. I want to say that. And then for it was bad enough for me. It tells you how bad it is now that I'm watching. I got actually like 3 TVs down the basement, whatever else. But on my big TV, I'm got Kentucky on, and I got Louisville on the little TV, and the one that's further away. And I watch Kentucky. Yeah, something's wrong right there because I'm focused on. I'm just focused on a better game. Let's say that, and we see what was.
Guys, we're trying to transform him to the media because he's got to realize that he's a media person now, and he's gonna have to watch Kentucky and Indiana or whoever else. So it's that time. Football's over with, even though it's never over with because we love the NFL and they never let us down. T-Rock.
Well, what you said earlier about giving Kentucky, confidence or hope or whatever, it's just giving Kentucky fans confidence and hope.
Right.
That's what it really is. You know what I'm saying? They played well. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They played their behinds off. I think they, it's typically or usually around this time where Calipari does his famous "I figured it out" kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so, saying the start now, granted, I know Mitchell's out and all, but start lineups are pretty interesting.
What is wrong with Mitchell? Anybody know what's wrong with him?
I think at first it was a shoulder, and I think something with his back.
Okay.
Like tweaked his back or something. But, they played well without him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I believe, the Anuwatsu,
Yeah.
their center. He, you know what I'm saying? Although
Uga.
he's not,
Uga.
yeah, he played his role.
I
You know
like
what I'm
him.
saying? He did his role. But obviously, they locked it down. Pretty much anytime that leaves, Reeves, Shepard, hell, Dillahan's hands, you get it pretty sure Spriker ain't gonna win. And if they all play that well together at the same time, they're gonna beat a lot of teams.
Well, the scary thing is that as we get into tournament play, and you really, I mean, they up and down. They now 18-7, but you don't want them in your bracket because if they get hot, they're the best team talent wise.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you don't want them nowhere near your bracket. And if you are, you want them early so you can knock them out. Because if they get that confidence, it's all about confidence too.
Right.
Like, I mean, they the only team with 3 7-footers. You know what I'm saying? They got more guard play than a lot of people and great guard play. I think the difference is that if they really had a true point guard, because Wagner is a combo guard. If you had a Tyler Ulis on this team, man, they'd be 25-2 or some shit. I mean, that'd be, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Wagner's not a true point guard. He's a combo guard like his daddy. Reed is not a point guard at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have, and Dillingham is too busy being Russ Smith out there. You know what I'm saying? So let's be real. If they had a real point guard, this team would look a lot different.
Yeah, true.
Let me say this, and I know this is a kind of a bad thing for the Louisville people. Put Ty Lord on that team.
Oh yeah.
Ty Lord's better passing than all them dudes out there for Kentucky. Put him on that team with that talent. How many assists a game? Because Ty Lord will get his points, but he always 6 assists, 7 assists. Yeah, he has some turnovers, but that's a freshman thing. Put him on a Kentucky team with all that talent. What would that look like?
Exactly. That's Dillingham. He played against him, and you see all them Dillingham highlights.
Yeah.
When he scored like 1,000,000 points, guess who was on the other team? Tyler
Thank
Hunt.
you. Thank you.
Had 20 and like 10 a cell. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's like, hey, dude, that's why you got to realize who's good and who's not, and who is position wise. Because you put a real point guard on that team, it looks different. Well, I'm gonna tell you, putting no point guards on the team looks different. Pitt 86, Louisville 49. I normally don't listen to the preview show stuff. I said it shit. I did on this one, and I found out that Tyler wasn't playing. Sky's already got a broken rib.
Oh man.
Confession, guys. I love you guys. I love my U of L alum, my little U of L fans and stuff. I couldn't watch it. I already knew what was going down. No point guards against a team that already beat you by 13, and you shot 60-something% or 50-something% at home. Caleb Glenn, thank you for balling, doing what you got to do. Much respect, my brother. But I just couldn't stomach this. This is not. And people, Pitt done won 4 in a row, and Pitt used to be tough. When Louisville got in that Big East. It was tough. But Louisville weathered the storm and they took care of their asses and then won some games. But this stuff right here, different. How you not have no point guards on your team?
None.
2 injured. Well, 3 injured. Donnie and I talked about this. Like, have tryouts. Have walk-on tryouts. You can do it at any time of the season. You have some managers that ball, that maybe have eligibility. They should have it. You need somebody to help. There's no way we should watch a game that Curtis Williams, God bless, Trey White, and Mike Giant, never. be point guards. That's sickening. That's sickening.
It was ugly.
Don, what's going on?
It was really ugly. It was. I could barely watch it myself, and I'm prone to just. Uh,
You
I
prone to a
paint.
beating.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I I do it to myself by watching this team over and over. I just give it. It's ridiculous. And every time we play somebody, we let somebody on the other team get a career
I couldn't even
night.
say. I didn't even want to talk about that. Good
Man,
Lord.
I had to because
No,
it's
you good.
ridiculous. You already know. The dude was 9 threes. We cannot guard the perimeter if our life depended on it. 9 for 13 3-pointers. He scored 41 points. He was out there laughing and giggling and pointing and doing every type of taunt and just like, oh my gosh, these guys are horrible. And when you seen them with, like I said, when you told me no point guard, I was like, oh, this is gonna be ugly. We just knew it, and I could barely watch it. And it's just sickening, man. I mean, I'm really at the point where let's just get this season over with and just hope for the best, whatever that could be next.
Uh, so the last I think 3 or 4 games, you know, had people get 30, 31, 38, 41. Like that. You know, first of all, have some pride. Have some pride. Period. Have some pride. I 40. There's no way I'm letting nobody get 30. Like I'll foul out, dude. I'm
I'm
gonna.
about,
And I'm gonna hit that throat a couple of times.
I'm gonna
I'm
get
gonna get.
checked.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you feel it. Pop, real foul, yeah. He got me. I'm doing something, bro. Like that's just so disgusting, dude. I've just never seen nothing like that. T Rock.
Sad business. It's it's at some point, Mike James is going to figure
Mike
out.
James.
Mike
Mhm.
James is going to figure out that you can't keep doing the same move on both sides of the lane. You can't get the ball in the corner, dribble, back, spin to the middle, right hook or right hand, left hand, and
Get
expect
blocked.
a foul every time you do
Every
it.
time. Every time.
Hmm.
Oh, can you give it to me, Will?
I
I'm
mean,
saying,
come on,
this
bro.
hand. Then I'm gonna be on this side of the lane. I'm gonna spin and put it up with this hand. We know what you're gonna do.
Every
You're not
time.
gonna get the foul no more.
Every time.
That's over. As you say, done.
Done,
It's
done.
over. You know what I'm saying? You got. I'm disappointed in him because he has.
Done.
Thank you. He has no other move set. He shoots the three and does a little spin move in the lane on both sides of the lane using either hand. That's all he's got. So we haven't developed this kid one bit.
He's been there
One
for
bit.
4 years.
And it's sad. It is sad. It is sad. I feel like he's been there for 100. It hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. You know what I'm saying? And because you beginning of the season, we was like, okay, all right, here we go.
Mike
You know what I'm saying?
James.
Yeah, then it's the same move over and over and over again and expecting the same results every time. Yeah, you went to the line 10 times this game. Guess what? They know what you're going to do now. So they're going to let you do it, let you spin. They're going to block it. You're going to be
Right.
like, oh, and then they're going to be down on the other end scoring while you're on your behind crying about a call that you wasn't going to get in the first place. With all that being said, sad business. I mean, this has become the usual thing. You know, I'm done. And the reason why,
Go ahead.
Don, why you wanted to watch your Kentucky game on the big screen and Louisville on the other one, because you wanted to watch a better game. That was a better game. You knew the outcome of the Louisville Pitt game. Even if Louisville won, you knew the outcome of the Louisville Pitt game.
Right.
You just want to see what the score was going to be. You just look over like, okay, they still losing. Yeah, they still losing. You wanted to watch a better game. That's all it was. And you know that Louisville's not going to give you that. I'm done.
You right. I don't know. I'm doing it. All right. So you absolutely right, and that sucked. If they don't beat Notre Dame Wednesday, they're not beating nobody else.
I'm riding by myself
Mm-hmm.
on campus.
You doing
Gonna
what?
kick over some. Gonna kick over some garbage cans or something.
You,
Gonna
hey,
kick over some garbage cans on campus.
hey, Travis. You know what? Travis. You know what? You know what you are.
Done.
You can't go back on campus.
They
Leave
won't know.
me alone.
They won't know.
All right, bump that. East and West All-Star game. East scores 211 points. West 186. Do we have to see this anymore? Like, I mean, really, this is an embarrassment. But, they trying to break the record. How many points scored? So team get 200 points or more? This was ridiculous. And like, if you want to watch 3-pointers and dunks, uncontested layups and stuff, this is for you. This ain't like how when we was growing up and you saw defense. You saw people like going at it. And they even added more cash for this. Like, hey, the winners get this, and it's still a product. So my thing on this, guys, I'm going to ask you, what should be done? What do you feel that should happen to the East and West All-Star? Should it be abolished, like it should be over with? Or do you think another formula can be made? I don't know. More money given? What? Don, what you think?
All right. I was thinking about this just earlier because, thinking about what could possibly be done. And, the 3-point contest, lovely. I give that applause.
We're going to hit that. We're going to hit that.
Okay.
We're going to hit
All
that.
right. So we going straight to let's go to the All-Star
All-Star
game.
game.
Abolish it. I'm done with it. It's useless. It's not even needed no more. It's not worth watching. But I'm thinking, can we go to 3-on-3? Like a semi-tournament, as in a 3-on-3, something of the nature, something to make it more competitive. They're like, okay, let's see who can get to the finals of it, and maybe to make them work harder. But I think they scared to not get hurt. I guess. I mean, is that it? Because the game is not what it used to be, and it's not even worth watching. I'm pretty much done with it, and I was just taking glimpse at it, and this, like, man, come on, man, no defense at all, at all. I was like, maybe they'll wait till the fourth quarter and start playing defense. No, that didn't happen.
No.
Mobile. Over.
T-Rock.
I want to say get rid of it. And I really like, Don's idea about the 3-on-3 thing. I think that's pretty clever.
Mm-hmm.
You can't throw more money at it. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to play any harder than they are.
Right.
They played harder for that in-season tournament. Crap. And you know what I'm saying? And hey, even you hear LeBron talking about he'll play hard for I don't know how much, whatever that money was that they got from winning and all that stuff.
Right.
You play hard for that. But when you have a bunch of all-stars who are important to their team, they're not going to play hard. It's just that's just the nature of the game now. Just the nature of the game. I mean, they want they want to rest. You know what I'm saying? They're your best players and all this stuff. It's just not the same game anymore.
No, it's not.
You got people taking mental health breaks. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same game. So it's either get rid of it or just get used to the way it is because it's not the same game. Back then, you can literally run somebody over and it's not a foul.
Right.
Now, if you breathe on them wrong, it's a foul. You know what I'm saying? It's just the nature. They changed the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so nobody wants to play out there and get hurt. I don't know what the answer is. I say all that to say I don't know what the answer is.
I got the answer. I got that. First, I thought let's do bingo. Play bingo for your grandmama, but I got a better thing. The winner of the team that wins, you get to buy somebody in your family a house. So if you are the broke mother sucker and or whatever, so meaning that you ain't got to be your mama's house because most of you probably already in mama's house, but it can be your nagging ass brother or sister who's always bumming money from you. So anybody on the winning team, the NBA is gonna buy a house for whoever you want. So that can be your wife's, so your mother-in-law, who's always over there, who's bothering you. It could be your brother who's broke as hell and always coming over your house. It could be your kid, because, you know, LeBron got old kids and some people got older kids than him. Here's a house for you. Leave me alone. You can do all kinds of stuff. Like you need to make it worth their while. That little, whatever you getting, 50,000, whatever they get, that ain't nothing to them. So you need to say something else. Give it to Uncle Rod, who constantly bumming for utility bills. You need to pay my utility, LeBron. You got more money than anybody in the world. Well, Uncle Rod, we got a gift for you that keeps giving for a while. Something like you got to do that. Or this, like Travis said, accept it for what it is and move on, because it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I watched it just because I wanted to see something, but I knew it was going to be a mess. I mean, you always know it's going to be a mess. Damian Lillard, MVP, 3-point contest winner. Damian was doing his thing. Did you think he deserved it or Halliburton? Because Halliburton was on fire too. And don't get me wrong, Lillard probably had about 70,000 points. But could you give it to the hometown hero, the Don?
Yeah, I believe. I think it kind of could have went to Halliburton myself. Damian Lillard, you know, he showed his tail, especially then when he pulled up at the very end, and that one was right. I mean, he hit that one from half court. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could have been a Cole. Like back in the day, they did Cole MVPs. I do remember that too.
Yep.
But yeah, Halliburton. I mean, especially being in Indiana. And Halliburton, yeah, he could have. Yeah, give it to Halliburton.
T-Rock.
I think Halliburton. Yeah, I mean, but the only difference is Halliburton's not a name yet.
Right. Now you're right.
That's why he ain't got it. He's not a name. I'm a big Dame Dollar fan myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was a fan when he was up there and when he wasn't making all-star games, but he was an all-star, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So the fact that I think everything's come full circle for him.
Great.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm glad he got both. Dude's a hell of a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a player. And like I said, he's that name. Right. Maybe next year Halliburton can be that guy. But right now, not right now.
Dame Dollar.
Probably next 2 years, probably. But I'm Dame Dollar, man. I love it. Plus he got good music. So
well, thank you, sir. Dame, I feel you because you did your thing. I mean, not only did you have that, I gotta take your glasses off on this. You had Dame had 39, Halliburton had 32, Brown had 36. Don't forget about him. He had 36, and we'll talk about him shortly about this other bull stuffing. Curry and Sabrina Ionescu, 3-point shootout. Okay, now we know Curry won this thing. Should we do a couple of rounds of it? Should we go ahead and talk? You know, I've heard that Reggie Miller thought that Curry and Dame Dollar should go ahead and go against Ionescu and Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, yeah.
Open it up. How do you guys feel about this gender war? The Rock, T Rock.
I like it. I think it brings new eyes to the game. You know what I'm saying? At least, let me take that back. I think it brings new eyes to the All Star Weekend. Um, you know, it makes it exciting for everyone involved. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good, friendly kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it really there's no losers. You know what I'm saying? The dudes win. You know, okay, yeah, okay, they won. They expected to win. Women win. It's like, oh, great. You know, the women win, and the dudes ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Right.
okay, yeah, they're great. Yeah, hugs and hugs, high fives, and okay, we'll get y'all next year. So there's really no losers in the whole thing. You know what I mean? I think it's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Whether they can maintain that kind of thing is going to be something totally different. But I like it.
The Don.
Yeah, I was right. I was right with it because, especially how she went first, she put up great numbers. I mean, put up that 26 better than some of the men were hitting in the 3-point contest, and Curry beat her by the last shot. So it tells you that was a. I mean, that was a good battle, and watching it kept your eyes watching. I wanted to see it just because the competition of it, and especially as she was under Kobe, and
Right.
we. So I like it, and I think they should continue it myself and make it. I like making it to a tag team war next year.
Yeah, and to me, if you don't do a tag team, at least give them 2 rounds. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Give them 2 rounds, let them go, let Curry sweat a little bit more, and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's great. I think it's great for both. Like Travis said, bring more viewers, more eyes to it. Uh, so I love that. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Mac McClung wins back-to-back slam titles. Um, so now we get into this. And don't get me wrong, I love his dunks, but now we get into this G League people winning it, like G League people participating. Dude did some nice dunks. We're not gonna bounce back to the real throttle of it until you get John Moran.
Mm-hmm.
Get Ant in there. You know what I'm saying? Like some real dudes. And I ain't saying no dude like next year should be like Mac. Give him if he wants to do it, give him a chance to defend, be the 3-time in a row consecutive championship. I don't think it's ever happened.
No, I don't think so either.
Against Ant Edwards, John Moran if he can stay out of trouble, and whoever else. Like let this dude battle. And then remember back in the day it was 7 or 8 competitors.
Yeah, most definitely.
Damn. Like this is ridiculous. Like for real. Like, come on, bro. Like this is almost like I'll watch it just to be like, ain't nobody else in this. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched it for that. I didn't care one of the thing, but I was like, and then Jalen Brown doing regular ass dunks. It's like people booing him, not because he's just a Celtics, but I mean his dunks. Like, you dunking over 5'3" people. Like,
Oh my gosh.
that ain't nothing. That's dumb as hell. The Don, what you think about the dunk contest?
Like you said, when Jalen Brown dunked over a little guy, and he was actually 5'3", but he sat in the chair, so it was like it made him even shorter. It was like, come on, bro. I mean, old Mac though hopping over my man Shaq. Hey, that was a feat. I like that. That was cool. But other than that, y'all got to let's get back in the old school style. They know what brought everybody watching, and bring the best dunkers out, because Michael Jordan and Dominique, their wars, those were the days where you seen them coming back to back years battling each other. You're gonna see when you seen Dr. J flying,
Woo.
when you seen Dominique doing his thing, Larry Nance doing his thing,
Woo.
when you seen the great ones, and they
Vince
ain't
Carter.
afraid. Yeah, they wasn't afraid to do that, man. But we need, I mean, if the superstars step up, players step up. I mean,
But-
the All-Star game is an All-Star for a reason. All-Star weekend.
But you can actually, on an event like this, win and get $1 million. Like you can have, come on, you can put sponsors. You think a sponsor would say, okay, they paying $1 million to be on this shit anyway.
Right.
Go ahead and $1 million sponsor the. You know how many real dunkers with $1 million? Now I talk about the home. I didn't say get mama a mansion. I said a home. $1 million? Oh, come out and play. T Rock.
That's about the only way you're gonna get these guys to come out.
Right.
I mean, seriously. I mean, again,
Right.
I think us being men of a certain age,
Right.
we are.
Hold on. Being vintage.
There we go. Being vintage, we are almost like get off my lawn kind of people. You know what I'm saying? When the reality of the situation is that's the way the game is going to go from here on out. I mean, we can't help. Like I said, you face give somebody $1 million. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure people will step up.
It's different.
Right.
The last superstar, in my opinion,
Okay.
superstars that actually were in the dunk contest,
Who was that?
Donovan, Zach, and Aaron. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! Zach, Aaron
Oh,
Gordon
man.
and Zach. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
That was
and,
classic.
and Donovan was borderline, but once he got it, he took off. Yeah, you right.
Right. That's it. That's the last time, you know what I mean, you're going to see these kind of players because again, it doesn't mean anything to them at this point. Donovan did it because it was a childhood, dream to win the dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? The rest of these guys don't care. You know what I'm saying?
And Jalen is an all-star. Jalen Brown, but he didn't have the us. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
didn't have the
Yeah, he should have been in the skills competition or something. But
No, Scotty Barnes took his position.
oh Lord Jesus. Oh, it just gets worse and worse. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna just have to get used to, you know what I'm saying, the way the things, the way it is now. It's like trying to get used to this new rap music stuff. You just can't. I'm still a get off my lawn kind of guy.
I
You know
feel
what
you
I
on
mean?
that.
But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? My sons and you know what I'm saying, nephews and niece, they like a lot of different stuff than I do. You know what I'm saying? Although my youngest boy, he likes a lot of stuff that I do, but he also likes a lot of stuff that I ain't never heard of.
Right.
So either way, yeah,
It is
just-
what it is, and they got to
Yep.
come up. They got to come up with something because only thing that's saving them is that nothing's on during that time. Like if I'm college basketball, I'm gonna save a marquee matchup, or even someone that sound like it's good. You know, I'll put Michigan against Ohio State,
Adam Silver loses his mind.
and I would love it because it was basketball games on during that time. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Right.
Like the NCAA is not scared, or these schools are not scared to challenge. It's just not the right team. If Kentucky's playing against Tennessee on that day, Silver, you can use your mind, but you're gonna have to pay me $2-3 million to not schedule that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like no one, like we watching this All-Star game because our team is not Stanford. It's not Stanford against Nevada or whoever. And it's nothing on. And then we hoping that we can see T Rock on the Don throw a 360 dunk and they maybe block something. But we see the dunk, but we don't see the urgency of doing. They offer these guys money and it's a joke. So it must be only about 100,000. And most of these all-star people has been in the league 15 years. They millionaires. So you got to appeal to them a different way. And I don't think it's happening. And that's what's going on. And so Don D said 3-on-3. I like it. Something different. Because if you want to go to Cancun, we can put you to Cancun. We can send you there and you can do nothing. But it's like, maybe, I don't know, bro. Try, what you going to say? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, let's go off what the Don said with the 3-on-3 thing. Why don't you mix players from the league, players from the big three, old school, new school players?
Get
You know what I'm
embarrassed.
saying?
No, I
get
like that.
embarrassed. Get
No,
embarrassed,
no, I'm
whatever. You know
saying.
what I'm saying?
No, I'm
It's-
saying I
it-
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're adding something new. You know what I'm saying? You're adding something new, something people might watch. Look, man, Louisville in this area, I'm saying this general area, at one point, and I'm not sure if that still applies, was the number one, like,
Number one.
you rate, you know what I'm saying, TV watch. We watch more stuff here than any place else in the country. I would love to see the numbers from All-Star Weekend. I would love to see those numbers. I can guarantee you they're not near as good as with some if another good game was on.
Yeah. And
Most
that's
definitely.
that's the thing about it to me. That's why I said if you one of these you're one of these other conference, let Memphis play whoever the best like I would not be afraid to go against the NBA on this All-Star. I'm sorry. I won't, because each year you're losing more people. And so when you take LeBron when he retires, family, then what? Because you guys have been taught that this scored 3,000 points in the All-Star game. People don't want to see that. We want to see T-Rock against the Don, but we want to see some defense.
Right.
Who's going to stop who? Not who's going to score 50 and the other dude score 50. That's not appealing. That's weak as hell. So, no, I get what you saying, T-Rock and Don. And I'm like, it's like something has to give. Something has to give.
And
Please.
It's funny you said 50 because Karl Anthony Towns scored 50.
He got 50 at the damn end, and he's up here 50 celebrating. I'm like, dude, it's an
Yeah.
All-Star game, bro, and y'all lost.
He's trying to
I
have his
could've
own
scored
dunk
50.
contest. He's trying to have his own
And he
dunk
was
contest.
doing all
again.
that shit. He got most of that in the damn, and he still had a -6. You scored 50 points, but when you was in there, you got outscored. But you was in there by 6 points.
Right.
So it's like, dude, I mean, that's not impressive, dude. He was doing 5-0. Stop. Here you go, man. There you go, bro.
Stop it.
Hey, we out of here tonight, man. You know what? It's been a pleasure. We had a good time getting you guys. We're going to get you everybody together. And look, we're going to go to some games. We're going to do what we got to do. We really appreciate you guys liking, following, all this kind of stuff. Make sure you continue to follow, subscribe. If you got some people we need to talk to, interview, we're here for you guys, and we enjoy it. And, is this brothers having conversation about sports and things they love. So thank you guys for watching. T-Rock, anything?
Nah, man. Much love to everybody, man. Wish y'all a happy week and weekend, man.
The Don, anything you got to throw out there?
Hey, let me say this. It's never too late. Never too late to start over. Never too late to be happy.
Well, damn. All right. Is this the FNC?
Words.
Is this FNC?
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.